Hey, so I'm back with another quick guide video. In this one, I'm going to show you how we can harness the power of Visual Studio to build our next Unity project. So in order to do this, I'm going to use a really cool plugin that Microsoft has, funny enough, called Unity Tools for Visual Studio. So let's go ahead and dive right in, and I'll go over to my internet browser here. So here I am at the landing site, and I'll make sure that this site's put in the show notes so you don't have to search for it. So right here we got a list of downloads. There's 4 available, all the way from Visual Studio 2010 up to the latest Visual Studio 2015 preview. In this case, I'm going to use the Visual Studio 2013 tools, since that's the one that I have installed right now. If you don't have a copy of Visual Studio, you could go ahead and download the Community Edition, and this plugin will work just fine with that. Okay, so you can go ahead and click that. It'll take you to another web page, which is actually the MSDN or Visual Studio Gallery MSDN site, and you can download the version that you like here. Again, I chose the 2013 one, so I'll select download, and then it'll just bring up a dialog, and you just save it wherever you'd like. So I'm not going to actually go ahead and go through the install there, just because it's a quick install, and I don't want to waste the time on that. Shouldn't take too long, depending on the speed of your computer. So once that's finished installing, you can go into the side of Unity. So here I have just a default Unity project. This is the 2D platformer that you've probably seen me use in other videos. Just default, nothing added. So in order to use these tools, we're going to actually import it just like any other game asset. So I'm going to go up here to Assets. I'm going to scroll down to Import Package. And you'll notice here in my list, I now have Visual Studio 2013 tools. So if I go ahead and select that, it's going to pop up the little import package dialog. It just tells you what it's importing. This is importing to editor scripts there, so I'll go ahead and click import. And that's gone ahead and installed everything that I need for the Visual Studio tools inside of Unity. So now you won't see it right away. This is kind of like a little bug, but if you click on the toolbar up here at the top, once you actually click on the toolbar, you'll notice that Visual Studio Tools has now appeared at the top. So if you select that, you can actually go down and go to Generate Project Files, and it just takes a quick second. It'll generate the project files there, and now I can actually go Open in Visual Studio. And this is going to go ahead and open up the actual project inside of Visual Studio, exactly what you would see if you open it up in Mono Develop. And then once it's initialized, it'll actually go ahead and open. And there we go. So here we go. If I select on my assets, I can go into my script folders, and if I just open a bomb there just to show you, I can now edit this file just like I would in Mono Develop. But the cool thing is now I have all the Visual Studio tools. So I have, IntelliSense, I can debug inside of Visual Studio, and do all the fun stuff that comes along with this very powerful IDE. So there you have it. Very easy to install, very easy to go ahead and get up and running. I hope you learned a little bit and are going to use it in your next project. Thank you very much, and happy coding.